Morning, superstars. Welcome to Sunday Morning Live, meds and chats with myself and yourself. How's you doing? What's going on in your worlds? Hey, good morning to Lean's Beats. Good morning to Disco Bunny, to my smoochy poochie, poochie good pooloo. Morning to the Brady Bunch. Good morning, Carly. Good morning, Sarah says Mitch. Giovanna. Good morning, beautiful laddie. Good morning, Debs. Welcome to Sunday Morning Live Meds and Chats. I am going to clear... What did you say? Leans. Love this Sunday ritual. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Me too. I've been doing this for... maybe a couple of years now, and I feel like it's modern day church, for us spiritual goers who I guess don't need a place to practice our practices. We don't need a church. Sometimes it's nice to have a ritual thing to come together in. Ideally, what I'd love is to have I would love to have a big space that people can come to, but I think it's cool that it's online, that everyone can come to it no matter where you are. So yeah, I believe that it's New Age church, Think of it like that. We come up with, there's a topic to share, there's opportunity for questions and answers, and opportunity to come within, The New Age prayer is our own meditation and what comes up for us. So that's how I see it. So thank you for acknowledging that this is a ritual. I'd just like to clear first before I get talking about what I want today. I've already put up on my Instagram stories about this morning walking down the beach and seeing a lot of rubbish. Bins are super full that are now spilling over, and people have bagged up their rubbish but put them on the ground next to the bin. Bottles everywhere, and smashed glass. And of course the seagulls are plucking the rubbish out. And I put up a post about this on Friday as well, because the bins weren't full on the Friday, but now they're fucking full. It's been 2 hot days here in Melbourne. People are down the beach and the bins are full. And I just want to clear that I am quite charged by this. This is something that is really important to me. And I went to walk down to have a chilled walk, and I ended up picking up whatever rubbish I could, finding bins that were not as full and putting it in there. And then I've ended up contacting the council to say, hey, send some people down here to sort this fucking shit out, because it's not a sunny day today, but it's another warm day today. People are going to be walking down, and because there's rubbish piled sitting on top of the bin, I think, the mentality is, oh well, I'll just add to it. I'll just put my cup here and my cup there, but that cup gets picked up by the wind and it goes bang into the ocean. So my message to anyone out there today is, if you give a fuck about this stuff, and you see our planet as our entire home, not just your house and your front garden, your back garden, really do your best to if you're out today, take a rubbish bag, put your rubbish in it. If the bins are fucking full, take your rubbish home. If you see someone else do it, maybe you can call them out if you feel comfortable to do that, or call your local council, make complaints. So I'm just clearing that because I got a bit of a bee in my fucking bonnet about it. Because I see this planet as our home, and as they say, there's no planet B. I don't know if there fucking is. If there is, maybe I'll go there, because there's such a shit show on our planet at the moment. Where's planet B? Is it fucking better? This one's hard. Anyway, that's enough I'll say about that. It's in my stories if you want to go to the full rant version on Instagram. So what I actually want to talk about today, so I've sat down and I've checked in and I've tuned in to what would be of service to you. What truth can I share today? It's a question I always ask. What truth do you want to share through me today for my Sunday morning crew? And the message was, well, it actually showed me, and I can see the vision now, it showed me a path. It showed me a path where all of you were walking around this windy path that was, it was kind of like adventurous and exciting but dangerous. It was sort of on a cliff and there was water to the side, and there was this something pulling all of you in all your different cliffs and versions. It wasn't the one cliff for all of you, but there was something pulling you that was calling you. It was calling you. It was like, hey, Deb, or hey, Amy, or hey, Catherine, or hey, Jenny, come here. This is the way we would love you to live your life. And the words that were coming about were aligning your values, going into your values and living in alignment with those values, living a way of life that actually fucking makes you go, okay, I'm not doing so bad on this planet. Because look, life is hard, right? Life is hard, but it's even harder when we're living a life that isn't in congruency, that is out of congruency or incongruent. I think that's the proper word. That is incongruent with how something inside of us, and that's something you might want to call your soul, your inner voice, your intuition, your higher self, whatever. When we're living out of alignment with this inside that says, oh my God, I don't want to be working in this fucking job. I don't want to be working in this fucking job. I want to be out on a fucking farm, or I want to be out like living a fucking slow life, or I actually want to live in this part of the world. I don't want to be flogging my fucking ass from 9 to 5 doing something that I don't actually enjoy doing. And I know that every single one of us has this voice inside, whether you want to call it your heartbeat, whether you want to call it your soul. It's this like, come the fuck on, listen to me. There is a way of life that is calling for you, a way of life that is calling for you. And maybe you're on that path already. Maybe you're living it, and now there's more calls, pulling stuff out of you. But there is a way of life calling you. And so many of us are resistant to that. So many of us are resistant to that because we have an egoic belief about us. We have egoic beliefs about ourselves to say, well, no, this is my identity. This is who I am. This is the way that I need to live my life. And if I don't, if I try to live this way that my fucking soul is calling for me to do, that's going to send you into a fucking conniption, or people are going to question you. People are going to be like, as you said, authentically Kelly, people are going to be like, why do you want to live close to the beach? You don't need to live close to the beach. You can go visit the beach. Just drive to the beach. We put off the things that we truly want, or we truly want to do, or the way of life that we want to live. One, because we create our own mental hurdles, and two, we often don't want to have to deal with other people's opinions, other people's judgments, other people's, oh, really? Are you sure you want to do that? Doesn't it get like fucking cold down by the beach, or whatever it may be? Similar to what you've just said, Kelly, for about 3 years, I wanted to live by the beach before I moved to the beach. But I had all of these things in my head. Oh, no, my family's on the north side. Who do I think I am to live on the south side? The south side are like all stuck up. That's on the other side of the fucking bridge. I'm not going to be as close to my friends. Maybe my friends won't like me if I move to the south side. I know that sounds very small, very small. But there are people who I coach who want to live in certain parts of the world, or even parts of their state, and they don't want to. They're too scared to live that way of life because of what I've just said. Their own beliefs, their own limiting beliefs, or even the opinions of others that will then activate their limiting beliefs, and so they're just like, don't want to do it. But I truly believe that inside all of us, there is a way of life calling us, whether it's a way of life about your health, a way of life to take care of yourself, to nourish yourself, to nurture yourself, to slow the fuck down to live at a pace and rhythm that's like, I can breathe. I can feel myself. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I put my feet on the ground and I fucking like put every toe on the ground, and when I start to walk out in the morning, I'm like stretching super slowly to wake up my body. Whereas before, I was in a system that was like, work here, work there, work your fucking butt off. And that time, that way of life that I wanted to live, that I could wake up when my body clock said, hello, let's go. Like my true body clock, not the false clock that's like snooze, 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 snooze. You know, I wanted a way of life where my body clock just said, yeah, okay, Kat, let's go. A way of life where I could go for a walk and enjoy myself, and then come back and then get my fucking coffee and then meditate and journal and do my visualization choices and eat my breakfast and not fucking shove it down, or have to buy an Up and Go that's probably full of fucking sugar and then adds more fucking shit to the planet because everyone's like, gotta go, gotta get to work early. You know, the amount of clients that I have worked with who are in these fast-paced roles, who are finally listening to the way of life that they want to live. One of my coaching clients, amazing, she works still for a massive corporate company. And she came to see me, super big anxiety. She's like, I want to get rid of my anxiety. I'm like, we get rid of your anxiety by focusing on shit that actually fucking matters to you. You know, and she's like, what do you mean? I need to get rid of my anxiety. I'm like, just fucking trust me. Let's start focusing on what really is important to you. So when she started coming in and doing the work and listening to that voice, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, your higher self, your inner truth, right? When she started listening to that, she realized she's a singer-songwriter. She is a fucking talented songwriter. And so then she started making these really awkward changes that her ego was like, bitch, you don't fucking write songs. You don't write music. She was told when she was a little girl that you can't make money from writing music. So that's why she's in corporate. Guess how fucking that belief, how shit's that belief, right? Now she's finished coaching with me, but she started taking these steps where she contacted her boss and said, can I work one day less a week? Can I work from home one of those days too? And then on Wednesdays, all she dedicated her Wednesdays to was writing music, writing songs. She'd written 2 songs before she met me. Now she's written nearly over 90 songs. She's working with a producer. She's gone to music school. She went to music night school. She fucking was saving her money to go and do that, to put it to where it is. Now this producer is actually working with her to make money out of this, to make money out of something that she loves. And she's fucking good at it. So that's what I'm talking about. There is a way of life that is like, come on, I dare you to go there. I dare you to be brave enough to go there. I dare you to listen to me. I dare you to take some fucking leaps of faith. I dare you. And the ones that listen to that, hell fucking yeah, they have to go through a fair whack of hell. Hell meaning they got to face their limiting beliefs, face their own ego and dragons and demons, and then potentially what everyone else in their family or friends are going to say. But there's nothing quite like following something that is pulling you, pulling your heart, pulling your soul, and acting in favor of that, and then living in alignment with that. That is a life where there is so much less dis-ease internally, so much less need for numbing out or running away, or even being depressed, even being anxious. When we listen to that way of life, and it doesn't always have to be around your purpose. As I said, that way of life that may be calling you is like, live the slow life. I want a slower life, please. Please. I want a way of life where You're more expressive. That whatever's calling you, it may be calling you to be more truthful, more self-expressive, more like your true self. You can stay at your fucking job if you want. Doesn't always have to be about leaving your job. But that thing that can be pulling you is like, God damn it, I want you to open your heart. I want you to feel love. I want you to give it. I want you to receive it. I want you to know what love is. I want you to know what love is. Open up, man. That way of life that may be calling you is like, you've got fucking potential. Go and play with that. Go and see what that's about. And just know that the more you listen to the call, the more you just know you're going to have to face your limiting beliefs. You're going to have to face your ego. You're going to have to face what it comes up with. And that's cool. That's part of the game, part of the jam. Every time you up level, every time you listen to the next call, you'll face your limiting beliefs. But this just then becomes part of the process rather than, oh, I don't want them to be there again. I thought if I did this once, it'll never happen again. No, that's the spiritual illusion. That's the spiritual illusion that you can get rid of this motherfucker. You can't. You can't. But you can expect it there, appreciate why it's there, because it has a certain identification around who you are and what you got to do. And just go, okay, cool. I'm going to be fucking brave. I'm going to be fucking courageous. I'm going to be fucking scared and do this shit anyway. And follow this call. Follow this calling. If you've seen Frozen 2, it's like Anna. I think it's Anna, the white-haired one. She hears the call in the woods and she follows it. She has to go on a big quest. She has to go and do her own thing. But it's like there's something's calling for her to supercharge her powers, right? It's an analogy. It's an analogy, but we can all see that analogy inside of us. So that is my message today, which we are now going to take into meditation. What is the call that is calling you? Let's listen to the call today. Let's listen to that pull today. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute to speak. Give it a minute to be acknowledged. Elsa, thank you. Thank you. Let's give it a minute to speak. And just honor it for a minute. Honor it for a minute. And that's what we'll do in our meditation today. And then I'll take any questions after it. So get yourself into nice comfy position. Nice comfy position, sitting down, lying down, whatever you want to do. Put my legs out. Just turn the music up. Okay, get yourself nice and comfy, and then once you have, just close down your eyes. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. And just soften what you can in your face. And just take a minute to settle into your environment. Settle into your environment by listening to the sounds you can hear. Even noticing what smells you can smell in your space. Noticing any tastes in your mouth. just begin to sense into your environment, the energy of the space you're in. Or even the temperature. And just for a moment now, I want you to imagine that you're standing at the base of a really beautiful, beautiful mountain. A really beautiful mountain. And you're just enjoying yourself at the bottom of the mountain. And as you're enjoying yourself, you hear a call for your name. And it comes from the top of the mountain. And this call, this sound, it's like a magnet. There's something about it that's just so beautiful. It speaks directly to you. And so you start to make your way up to the top of the mountain. And even if you wanted to stop, this pull, this voice, it's too strong. The closer you get, the more you can feel the power of this voice. The closer you get, the clearer and crisper and direct this voice becomes. And as you reach the top of the mountain, this voice speaks directly to your soul. And it shares with you about the way you really want to live, the way of life you really want to be living. And with an open heart, receive what it has to say. What is it calling for you to do or who to become? And as you stand there listening, it's like this unbelievable power is running through your body. You feel it in your core that this is the truth. And at the top of that mountain, you feel inspired, awake, and alive. It's something that you no longer want to ignore or put off or put on hold. And on top of that mountain, you make a promise and a pledge to your soul, to this voice, that you're going to make some fucking changes. No matter how those changes, no matter how hard they're going to be. No matter how challenging. You're going to listen to this voice. Take some really big breaths in and out. And just take a really good minute here to take in your surroundings, your environment. Grounding yourself back in your body. Stretching your body out as you need to. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Superstars, I hope you enjoyed today's topic and meditation, and you have some clarity on what this voice is calling for you to do or who to become. Please feel free to share in the comments any questions you might have or any shares about what you've taken away from today or today's meditation. I'll give you guys a little minute to ask any questions. It's me, Beck. That was my fave visual meds from you to date. I'm glad to hear. Sonia Bell, just what I needed today. Thank you very much. My pleasure, treasure. Red Window, that music was a fucking soundtrack, editing perfectly for that meditation. That was actually just very goddamn good timing. This is a playlist of mine that I just started from the top, and that song, I know that song well, so I really use the pockets of silence and then how to, I use the music, but that was just very good timing, so I'm glad. Laura, such a powerful meditation today. Fantastic. Great. Good for you, Super Troopers. Does anyone have any questions? Helen McKeon, my heart feels so raw and open. I see the same gorgeous dream life and I'm ready to be called home. Oh, you actually nearly made me cry then. And that's also too because I miss you because you moved to the other side of the world. Deb, Kat, would you consider coming to Tassie to run a weekend retreat at our property? Ooh, yeah, when the world reopens. Steve and I, we definitely do have plans again to do our trainings. So yes, we just have to wait. Beck, I don't know how to get there yet, but I want to create a life that allows me plenty of time to work on and fight for causes I'm really passionate about, environmentalism and animal welfare. Welcome to the club, girlfriend. I love also environment and animal welfare. So I guess some of the work or the work that I teach my clients is about what's your end result and then where are you now, your current reality. So if you know what your end result is, that you want more time to create a life, that you've got more time for you and you've got more time to do the things that you want to do, then what you want to do is look at your current reality. How are you currently living your life? What are your current hours? If you think you don't have spare time, what are you actually doing with that spare time? Are you I don't know, are you wasting that spare time when it could be spent elsewhere? So my guidance to you, your next best step would be to really consciously assess your current reality. How are you currently living that is not allowing this to start to infiltrate? And I think too, another thing is that when we want to do good, we feel like we have to do so much. So maybe reassess looking at what doing good looks like for the environment and for animal welfare, and start small so you're not overwhelmed by, oh my fucking God, I've got to change my whole life and then I'll be able to do that. How can you make some very small changes to your current reality to start then acting in favor of really where you want to be putting your fucks? And then over time, you'll just be like, I want to put more fucks here. Let me change some things about my current reality. I want to put my fucks here more. Let me change some things about my current reality. And then you become like the mechanic of your mind or your life even. And you start making these small adjustments. So, the things that actually matter to you get to have more of your attention. Tips for staying aware of the signs when life is moving fast. So, I guess I always look at when I am creating my life to go fast. When I'm creating my life to go fast, I look at my behavior. I look at how I'm showing up, and I'm constantly observing my output. If ideally the way that I would love to be living my life is to have time to do the things that I enjoy, like me enjoy, but I still have space and time to connect in with my friends or to connect in with my family. And that kind of is making my wheel of life feel very fucking balanced. What I'm always doing is observing my life, and if I'm going too fast and I'm not doing those things for myself because I can see that I'm grumpy or I can see that I'm short-tempered, I'm observing my output. Then very similar to whose question was it before? Beck's question before. I'll observe current reality. Hang on, how is it that I'd really love it to be? Do I need it to be this busy? Do I need it to be this full on? Do I need it to be this intense? Why am I creating this intensity for myself? Am I not okay with just taking a seat back? But also too, which I think I've shared with you before, and I'm shared with everyone before, there is also an analogy that was shared with me. There's a time in life to walk, to run, to walk, to jog, to run, to sprint. And sprinting, I guess, is when you're like, I just got to get fucking shit done. But it's only for a short period of time, right? Often in our lives, we're sprinting for our whole fucking life and we're burning out and we're going too fast. So I guess another point that I'll make to that, Hell Boss, is keeping that analogy in check. You know, is it a time right now where I need to be sprinting and I'm sprinting for the fucking sake of it? No. Or do I need to be sprinting right now and I've just got to like suck this up for a period of a week or 2 weeks even? Or, you know, can I just be going at a slow jog? Can I be going at a slow jog right now? And then where can you begin to walk? So that's an analogy that has definitely saved me from the fast life and knowing when I'm going too fast. Being brave and trusting your heart are always challenging things to do. Yes, but the rewards are great. Thank you for reminding me of that today. My pleasure, treasure. Authentically Kelly, I've been working full time for the past 3 months with my grandpa passing last week. I was given the week off. It's been a real lesson and difference in the way I've spent my time. Yeah. It's firstly, I hope you're okay. It's never easy when we lose the ones we love, no matter how old they are. It's never easy. So yeah, sometimes forced situations like COVID. COVID can be a forced situation to make us think, fuck, what am I doing with my life? Why am I living so fast and rushing around and up and going and taking up and go and whatever it may be. So I'm glad. I'm sad. I'm sad for your grandpa, but I'm glad for you that it's opened something up. We've got Laura over on Facebook. How do we get even more clarity on our goals? Do we just keep making the space to consciously ask our soul and listen? I see my dream life, but keep getting stuck. Yeah, look, this is the theory versus the action is very different. You know, that my clients who come to see me, they have these goals or these visions or these end results for themselves, and sometimes they actually don't know what they want to do or what they want. So I have a specific meditation that pulls that out of them. And then there is a process. There is a process to really focusing on those things that you want and acting in favor of them. If you know, what did you say here? I see my dream life. If you know what your dream life looks like, if you know what it looks like, maybe you just want to pick one element so it's not too overwhelming, but you may want to pick one element where you say, okay, Laura, for the next 3 or so months, I'm going to give my daily attention to this. I'm going to see my dream life. And I'm going to act in favor of that. What can I do today? What can I do today? What can I shift? What can I tweak? Or what can I fucking overhaul today to act in favor of my dream life? Action is always the part that we forget to do, or that we can't be fucked doing, or that the ego says, you're not going to fucking act on that. So action is always that follow-through component. So if you're tapping in on a daily basis or a very regular basis, like at least 4 times a week, tapping into your dream life, your vision, your end result, and asking yourself, what can I do today to serve that? and really give that a really good crack. I mean, 3 months is actually not a long time. I would even say it for 12 fucking months. And write shit down, write it down, journal it down, and then start making changes. You may make tweaks about your day, make tweaks about your week, make tweaks about structuring your life. It's whatever your dream life looks like and whatever the guidance is to act in favor of that dream life. So, yeah. Good theory, hard in practice, but it fucking works. That's how I've worked my life. Kelly. Yeah, I was actually thankful to him for the week off. It came at the perfect timing. I'm glad to hear. Any other questions, Super Troopers? I also wanted to give a shout out to Helen McKeon, who asked the question before. She was the one who actually suggested to do the live Q&A at the end, to which I took on board, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And I hope you love it too. Stabler Tanya. Wow. You just know how to feed my soul. Pleasure, treasure. All right, my love faces. I'm going to leave you be. I'm going to go enjoy. You go enjoy your Sunday. I'll go enjoy my Sunday. I'm going to go make some breakfast now and write a letter to the council. Write an email to the council. More emails about more bins. Love you all. Peace be with you.